Give it to me like.
I'm Cherie the Brand.
I'm Felecia.
And you are joining to our show. Let's get into some things. What you trying to get into today, honey?
Really?
So, how has your week been going?
Week was fine. Weekend was busy. It was my sister's birthday.
Okay.
I've never drunk as much as I was drunk this weekend. We started from Thursday all the way up until now. Yeah, so it was, I had a really busy weekend. It was fun. I did some bad things, like things I wasn't supposed to do, like stay out till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh
but
my God.
yeah, it's
That sounds like you had fun.
I had fun, but my husband isn't happy with the fact that, you know, me coming in that late. But we was, you know, did a little karaoke bar, and then we went, you know, just out riding and hanging and catching up and things like that. So I had a good time.
Okay.
I just shouldn't have did it that late.
Well, I mean, you don't do that all the time.
I don't do it
every
often.
blue moon thing.
Right.
So
right.
every blue moon that happens where you just gotta have fun.
Yeah, but I feel bad. I feel real bad for doing it 2 nights in a row.
Oh yeah, that's.
I remember I texted you. Yeah, so I did it 2 nights in a row.
Right. Now the second night, you definitely should have felt bad. Like you
right.
said you did.
Exactly. And I shouldn't have stayed out that damn late for the second time.
And then here I am trying to say, so what you doing on the third night?
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know if it's
I got a babysitter her ass. Got a conscience.
Yeah, and you know, I'm like, dang, because I thought about it, like, after I texted you, it was like an hour or two, but I was like, dang, I really want to go. But then,
you was right, though.
He ended up going for a ride, and I called him, like, where are you?
Oh, wow, he tried to get you back. Not to get back.
No, but he came in at 2 o'clock. He came in at 2 o'clock, but it still was like, he was gone, and I'm like, dang, you know. So it was okay. I'm still, I feel like.
Was you recovering?
I feel like I'm recovering right now.
Oh, wow. Well, we are older. You know, we can't be hanging out. Every time, I told you, I think I did that probably about 2 years ago, that I literally had a girls' night, and it was like, we hung out, and I felt it. It don't
feel the same how we used to feel in our 20s.
Yeah.
Now that I'm 30, I just get so tired so quickly. I'm just ready to go to bed. Yeah. I don't know how I did it till 4 o'clock in the morning.
Girl, me either. You was on Miami time.
Yeah, I was.
For real.
So yeah, that was my week.
But I'm glad y'all gonna have those memories, and I'm sure it was some things that happened that you was like, I'm gonna be laughing and just reminiscing on that night, because you don't do that often.
No, I don't. Oh, yeah. And I can really say I enjoyed myself.
I'm glad.
How was your week or weekend?
My week was good. It's just been like, I don't have enough hours, I was telling you. Just not enough hours. But trying to do a lot. And I started working out. I told you that. Yeah. Trying to get this body right, you know, for the summer, just period.
I'm so happy for you to, you know, started doing that and going and, you know, working out, starting going to the gym, because you look real good.
Thank you. It feels good too. Like just changing my eating habits and all that stuff. I know we was talking about that's just something that we want to start getting into, because like we said, we getting older and things are not feeling the same. Yeah. So with that being said, we want to start feeling good.
Exactly.
And looking good.
Yeah, and looking good.
And I was telling you how I was talking about Sheree.
Yes.
Body on Atlanta Housewives, and how
I still have to go check her out.
Yes, you have to, because she's like in her 50s, I believe, and we not quite 40. But even with that being said, I mean, she looks great. So I'm just like trying to get there.
Okay.
And you were saying your goal body.
Tiana Taylor.
Yes.
That is a bad.
Ooh, baby.
Okay. I'm trying to get to looking like her. She has a sexy body. She does. That inspired me. I start my fitness journey with my son tomorrow. in the morning, and I know that it's not going to happen overnight, but I'm going to be very consistent, because being consistent is my issue, and I have a hard time with doing that. So I'm going to try to stick to it this time. So I start tomorrow, and I'm trying to look like her. I'm trying to definitely get my body looking like that.
Absolutely. Her body is stacked.
It is.
And it's all natural.
And it is.
I mean, like, I've been seeing the natural thing is really taking, like, key.
Yeah.
Like, it's still good, you know, if you want to go get some things done. Because, hey, I ain't never afraid to get no good tummy tuck. I'm just saying. But, hey, if I do without tummy tuck, I'm afraid of recovery.
I'm afraid of it all. I used to be like, okay, I can do this. You know, now with everything going on and the things that I'm seeing lately, it's scary.
It is.
So I could keep my flat ass, and it's not. I don't have a flat ass, but it's not. I would not have mind getting a
BBM.
Yes.
Yeah, they're the ones that's having most of the complications.
Right. That's why I would never do that. So.
But
it just look good. So.
I don't know. I said I would get a tummy tuck and then just let my butt pop out.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm scared of looking like I've seen some scary asses.
I mean, don't you just gotta tell him how you want it?
No, that's exactly what everybody was thinking. They was like, they think you can go show a picture,
right?
Of what you want, because all of our bodies are built different. Your body is based on your natural body chemistry and structure. So even if you take fat from here and put it, and you already got a weird shaped butt that you never could really tell, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna fill in the way it fills in from how it was explained to me.
Okay.
And that's why we see some, and they be like, "Oh, she was a bad doctor," and it don't be that. So yeah, and I follow a couple plastic surgeons on Instagram, and they be saying that it's not about bringing a picture in here. It's about, they gonna explain it to you too during the consultation. So.
Okay, I don't
that's the
dig deep into that like that for real, to know much about it. I just know, okay, that looked good. I wanted it. I wanted to get it, and that was it.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'm just happy about the weight journey, and that's what's starting. So the weight loss journey, and like I said, I've been going to the gym and just been in there, girl. I've done 3 days in a row. And I was trying to do it last night, but I was like, the kids are gone. I'm about to sit here and relax.
Yep.
I did feel bad because this is a time where it's easier for me to go, but I was like, no. Because I usually go after the kids go to bed and just do it before I go to bed.
Okay, don't get too caught up in saying, I'm just going to relax, I'm going to go tomorrow. That's the key about being consistent. You have to get up and go even when you don't feel like it. I
cannot, and I had to explain this last night to my partner, my workout partner, is that I can't do it 7 days a week. I don't want to do it 7 days a week. So you're gonna have to, I really only want to do it 5. Okay. So that was considered one of my 2 off days.
Okay.
So I definitely, because that's how the excuses started. Just like you said about like, I'm gonna relax. No, because I've been working out.
So do you just want to do it when you like have scheduled? I mean, do you want to have it scheduled, or do you want to do it when you like have time? Like, okay.
No, I think I'm gonna have a routine to where I'm gonna do it during the week. I think it take off the weekend.
Okay.
Because it's harder. The kids are at home. You know what I'm saying? And even though the kids are at home at nighttime, it's still a different routine. They don't go to bed early, or Right. So I go after they go to bed. I have an older child that can stay home. So I go home. I just wait till they go to bed. Probably about 9 o'clock. I'm hitting the gym for an hour. I'm back home by 10:30. So, because the gym is literally 5 minutes. So, that's been working out. And honestly, people got different times where it's good for them to work out.
I was just about to say that.
So, some people do it because it's 24 hours at the place where it's open. So, I chose that I feel best for my body is before I go to bed. I like to come home, get in a shower, and then go to bed. And that way my day is done.
Okay.
So, yeah, I guess we just all got to figure out what works best.
I feel like it's best for me to go in the morning.
Okay.
I just feel like it's best for my body to go right before I eat. I work out, and then I come home and I eat, and then I do just go about my day. Because if it's left up to me, for me to go at night, I won't go. I will not go.
Yeah.
after I get busy and start dealing with the kids and everything after that, and my day is just, really busy, I won't go. If I had to go about 7, 8, 9 o'clock, I won't get up and go.
And that's a lot of people. And I thought that was gonna be me too. Except for that's the only time I get my me time. So my me time is now gym time.
Yes.
So
and ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. That's why I said everybody, even people in there. I used to ride past the gym in the morning on the way to work, and at 6 a.m.
Full of people. Really?
Full of people. So that's why it's just like that. Everybody has their own times that they choose to go to the gym.
I don't want it to be a lot of people.
Well, no, different places got different, but it's still like people pick and choose when they want to go to the gym. So you just gotta see. And honestly, the parking lot be full, but it's such a big gym that it's never crowded. You know what I'm saying? To where it's literally everybody's spaced out.
Yeah.
So even when I seen the parking lot full, I think the parking lot is a lot smaller than the actual building.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna say from what I've seen, I've never been to where it's crowded inside. And I've always went at nighttime. So and I don't want to go when it's crowded, like you said. I'm the type of person that I like a bike or something empty next to me. Don't be right next to me.
Right.
Don't be right next to me. Because I like to breathe when I'm working out. I've always learned that from aerobics and all that from back in the day. And I'm like, shoot, to push myself, I may be 5 more minutes or 2 more minutes I got to push myself through. And I'm like breathing I'm motivating myself inside. Yep. That's why I have to tell my workout partner, I don't like to talk. What about that? Are people talkers when they work out? I'm not a talker. I'm not a talker.
I'm going to put my beats on and just listen to my music and just go. I don't want to talk either. Because it throws me off.
Me too. I don't need nobody. And yes, I told you I have my coach partner that goes with me, my spouse. But literally, I don't want him. I told you he helping me train because he's good at training himself.
Okay.
But once I get my regimen, I don't need him sitting there like, okay, 1 more, 2 more. No, I got this. I'm telling myself that. So I'm pushing myself like, you got 1 more minute. And if I pause, I'm making up that minute. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good on that. But yeah, enough about that. We'll be talking about that all day.
Yes. Okay. Well, let's get into these questions, honey. So let me take a sip first.
Mouth getting a little dry.
Okay, so my question is, what expectations do you put on someone that you are romantically involved with?
Expectations. So, I was saying that to me sounds like personal requirements as far as what you require as a person. You know how people, I don't know if you heard people say, what's their list? They have a list when they're dating of, deal breakers. I heard from my Yana, you gotta have deal breakers in a relationship. Even when you start. I think it's very good to discuss that in the beginning. Because I'm somebody that be like, don't forget, I had told you that this was a deal breaker for me. So if this don't work out, don't forget that I said it. Because people act like you the crazy one. Or you know how you be like, nope, I told you that this was a deal breaker for me. So,
I feel like deal breakers and expectations are different for me. Like they're 2 different things.
Okay, for you.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
Like deal breakers, I don't feel like I want to... Deal breakers are something that you should talk about when you first meet someone. Yes, absolutely. But I don't feel like you should... Expectations, I don't feel like you should have to talk to your spouse about what you expect because they should already know. Like I just feel that's
you talking about after you're already in a relationship.
Yes, like or when you first, like, say if you meet somebody and y'all on a date. Well, I expect for you to when it comes to like if y'all moving in together and y'all dating and y'all plan on getting a place together. Yes, you're gonna tell them I expect for you to pay X, Y, and Z. That's how I feel. But I just feel like some things should be just common sense.
I agree. But what I have learned is things are not.
Right.
I have learned that, and I feel exactly like you because I'll be the person thinking I didn't need to say that, or I didn't have to teach you that, but everybody, what I've learned as I've gotten older, and I know you probably learned this too, is we all grew up differently. Yeah. And that's when we found out how different how much that plays a part in relationships. Like, okay, you didn't see this growing up, and then honestly, a lot of people get offended when you be
They
like,
do.
I noticed you didn't have this growing up, so maybe it's not as natural for you as it is for me.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's something, and that's why I keep saying counseling before problems start.
Yeah.
Counseling is when problems start. And counseling to keep that shit right.
Yeah.
The problems, and you know how people always think they're not the problem. Like
Yeah.
So
you think you're not the problem. You think he's the problem. Or
everybody always thinks the
always
other person is the problem. That's
yeah.
why I made that joke. But my thing is, when you go to counseling, nobody is choosing who's the problem.
Yeah.
They're going to help us work through our problems.
Yeah.
It's not about who's right or wrong.
Yeah.
It's about how can we compromise
Together
and cohabitate and be happy.
That's right.
And grow old.
Yeah.
Because that's my goal. I want to grow old.
Yes.
Together.
Yes.
Happy.
Yes.
That's such a blessing.
And it is.
Yep. But that's how I feel about it.
I had to write mine down because
Mm-hmm.
my memory isn't the best anymore. That's not funny.
Girl, I'm laughing because it's true for everybody at our age. Most of the time.
And you can piggyback on whatever. These are just some of them are just basic, and to me they're basic. But again, everybody have their own opinion. So I said my expectations. I said I at least expect the bare minimum. Like I expect for certain things to be, the basics, which is affection, compassion, respect, consideration, time, intimacy, generosity.
That's the list.
Okay.
That's the list we was talking about.
That's my list then.
Yes,
this is
that's
what
her
I
list.
expect.
Yep.
I feel like every woman, these
Have
are
a
small, these are
These
basic.
are natural things that's a foundation.
Yes, and again, like you just said,
Yeah.
some people, they just, don't get it and won't do it because they don't think that these are basic things.
Mm-hmm.
But
or they think they're giving it, but they not.
Right. They think they're giving it, but they're not.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to go and school them or talk to them and tell them what they're doing wrong. Or why aren't you doing this?
And try that.
But like I said, generosity and of course giving.
Yes.
You have to be
Ooh,
giving.
that's a good one right there.
And then I said, I expect for him to tell me as well as show me that he loves me by his actions. Yes.
Yes.
My love language is you have to show me. How am I? If you don't talk and tell me that you love me, which I've been with my husband for 7+ years.
Mm-hmm.
He don't always tell me he love me. I will expect for you to show me that you love me. Then if you're not gonna always say it,
I agree.
So, and then I said, I expect for him to express affections with words and behavior by physically affection, such as kissing me, hugging me, massages.
She is going into that.
Yes.
She said
These are not
massages.
small things. Like to me,
These are
they're small.
requirements. You said massages.
Foot massages, yeah. Back massage. I'm specific. I'm very specific, as any woman should be.
No, I mean, the funny part is that you... I'm not saying that's not true. I'm just laughing at you like, yep, I want some massages. What days of the week you want that? Do you gonna
After
break it
you've
down?
been with a person for so long, yes.
You're like, don't forget I like those massages.
Yes.
It's part of our routine.
Yes.
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 Do you give massages too?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so I better be
Yes,
getting
I
some
do.
then.
I do it because
I'm asking for what I give. So that's
but I do it just like if we're just sitting, like for example, when I went to the when I went to the hospital, remember that day I told you I had to go to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the hospital and we was just sitting. I was the sick one, but I'm just thoughtful and I just when he's just sitting there.
That's your love touch too.
Yes, I love touching him and you know what I'm saying. So he was just sitting there. We was at the table and these people just came over there and they thought it was funny and so cute. They're like, "You the sick one? Why you giving your husband a massage? Do I have to come over here and do the doctor came over and making a joke?" But I started massaging him and because I love to do it.
Yes.
Just because he's sitting there and he always complained about his back, like, "Oh my back,"
Yeah.
So I always do
man.
it. Yeah. So it was just something that I always do, and I enjoy doing it.
Yes. And I know exactly what that feels like. That's that love. That's that. Oh, I love him.
Yes.
I know what that is.
Even when I'm mad at him, I won't do it when I'm mad.
Yeah.
But I do it very often.
Okay.
Like the other day I haven't done it in a while, but I told myself I was going to do it at least once a month.
Mm-hmm.
I did his pedicure again.
Okay.
I bought all the stuff for and I gave him a pedicure and he loves it.
Oh,
so I like the things that makes him happy.
Yes. So you
then
like,
I want him to feel the same way.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
for sure. Because you like, I'm giving that, then I should definitely
be receiving it. Yeah, but I don't want him to do me. I like to just go to the shop.
Yeah, I know about the pedicure, but hey, a little foot rub and a foot soak is you ain't got to touch the toes. You know what I'm saying? As far as giving me polish and all that, but
right,
I can still soak you and give me a little rub.
Yes.
Them home pedicures, it's just maybe a little different. We'll say that for the work people at the salon to do our toes, but yes, because I remember I've had my spouse. We used to do that. We haven't. It's like when you start working more, a lot of times we just lose that. You know, sometimes that's in the beginning. You got to make sure you keep that.
Yes, you do.
I remember we used to have them things where we would scrub the back of each other's heels.
Yes.
Girl, that's when you know you love a man.
Yes.
You scrub the crust off of your feet. Okay?
Sure. Yes.
And that's when I was like, I love this man.
Yes. There's so many things I can talk about, which I'm not. Yes. It's so embarrassing for me, and he have done that lets me know he loves me. I would never say. Y'all would never know.
But I know so many things, and I know for a fact that man loves you. Yeah. And I know for a fact, because let me tell you, it goes both ways. You got to love him to let him do some of those things. Feel comfortable.
Absolutely.
100%.
Absolutely.
It's love both ways.
Absolutely.
It's black love. Any color love.
Yeah.
So, any color love is a good love. So, that makes me happy when you have that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me too. For sure.
You definitely. And that's why I'm like, just because every couple is going to argue, but just because y'all get away from, don't get away from doing those things, because everybody has good moments and bad moments. When you have them good moments, make sure y'all do those things for each other.
Yes. And I always look at it like, okay, do the good outweigh the bad?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And every time my answer was yes. So whatever I'm mad about, I can get over it. I mean,
that matters.
I hold grudges a lot, but I tell myself, I feel you need to get over it. Let it go. It's not that big.
I like that you stay on top of yourself. And I think that's what I just think a lot of people need to do, because I am that way too. I'd be like, let it go. Or I pick my battles.
Yes.
But I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to keep picking my battles if it's repetition. You know what I'm saying? If it's repetitive, in other words. Like, if things keep happening, then that's when my mouth is doing this and this and this and this and this about reminding, and I'm just sorry.
About the same thing.
Yeah. So, that's when it changed the narrative of the tone of how nice and how soft a girl can be in her relationship, I feel. So, or even the man. That's when he can't be as catering to his woman and stuff, because I feel catering is on both ends. Yeah. So, like, it's things that he can do to cater to you in his manly way. That's things you're going to do to him to cater to you in your womanly way. Yeah. So, I just think that's why I honestly think when you're losing things, counseling is best to get you right back to that point. Because when it's real love, like how you have in relationships, you literally, it's not hard to get back to it. It's some disagreements, y'all gotta be like, well, I didn't know you felt that way. You be like, and then you be like, oh, I didn't know you felt that way. Yeah. So
you both have to agree to want to go and be on the same page with each other.
Yeah. I don't like pacifying though. I don't like pacifying, because when you talk to somebody about something and they just do it one time, I think it has. I remember Ayala always said, you got to do the work. After she gets y'all back right, you got to continue to stay on top of yourself and say, okay. Like, remember we was talking about love languages our last episode. Not to even go backwards, but love language, you got to remind yourself of your partner's love language. You got to make that a task. If you don't make it a task to care, and that was one of the things on your list, I think that's about compassion and just being considerate. Yes. You got to, especially if you want to grow old together. If you just dating somebody, these rules
they don't apply.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna unless you wanted to go into something.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what I feel like who is dating just to what? To
not
just be dating. I can see it's not called dating if you just hopping around, okay? Yeah. I don't feel like it's called dating. Yeah. You're just hoeing. But like you're dating to, eventually be together. Longevity with this person.
You're supposed to date for a purpose.
Purpose, yes, absolutely.
Hopefully that is the case for most people. But I don't know. I think after somebody gets tired of relationships, I've heard people say they no longer are trying to be in a relationship. Have you heard people say that? Or maybe I think they said that about marriage. I think people say I don't want to be married again. I think that's what I'm thinking about when they be like, I just want to you know, you
That's
live
what
at
I
your
said.
place, I live in my place. I've heard people say that as they got older. It just been hurt too much.
Yep.
So
We were just talking about that when me and Kwani went to, me and my sister went to dinner the other day.
okay.
Yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
If my marriage does not work out, I will never be married again.
I
don't
like
want to be married again.
I
don't.
feel like that. And even though I'm not married, I've been with my spouse for years, and
Yes.
it's just the point to where after you put so much time into
and
something,
effort, yes.
and you get older, because
Yeah.
I mean, it's different if we was 20 and we was 26.
Mm-hmm.
But at our age, it's like, I'm who I am. I'm not really trying. And I'm not gonna say I don't see, because they be like, people found soulmates at 50 and all that kind of stuff. Hey, I'm just gonna put it in God's hands. If I ever was single again, God forbid. But it is what it is. I feel like you though. I can't. Then I got kids growing up, so I still have a toddler. So it's like I'm really busy with that for a while.
Yes.
Co-parenting for a while.
Yep.
Yeah. But all right, girl, that was a good one right there. But moving right along.
Okay. Moving right along.
I wanted to talk
What
about
are we talking about?
the friendships
Yes.
conversation.
Yes.
About, now I did hear this I was watching, I was on social media, and I was seeing that it was a conversation about having friends for certain things. Now let me get comfortable for this conversation, because it was good. I was sitting here like, I actually learned some things that you may not think you are experiencing in your own life, or you have experienced in your own life. So with that being said, I literally was like, so people do this. People are thinking like this, because sometimes you don't pay attention to how things are going.
Mm-hmm.
And so you be like, oh, so people are really like this.
Mm-hmm.
So having friends for certain things, male or females. So meaning, you may have a friend you go out with, a friend you vent to, a friend that you, what else? Cry on their shoulder, or I guess that's the same as venting.
Right, but all of that, you know.
Or you got your friends that you do couple date nights with, double dates.
Far as with your kids, go out and play dates with your children and things like that.
Yeah.
But bottom line is, and we both agree to this, that we both feel like we want a friend for all of the above.
Yep.
Because I don't want to have to call Mary and be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Let's have a play date with the kids, but she's not able to go out partying with me, and or I'm unable to call her and tell her what's going on in my life, because she's not the friend for that, because I feel like she's gonna go tell it, everybody else. Like, I need a friend for all of that.
That's my question. Why do the people that are that way? Why are they that way? Why are they that way? When they are the people that choose people for certain things, because that's their decision.
That's their decision. They choose that works best for them, I guess.
Is it a point of, like you were saying, is this somebody that you can't trust to tell your business to?
Absolutely.
Or is it more so somebody that you just don't want to open up to or get close to? Or
I feel like it can be both.
I think
in different situations.
Yes.
I feel like it can be both.
Yes,
because I've had both.
Mm-hmm.
So where I tell one person one thing because I know she would never tell anyone any of it, and I love her just that much to tell her because I trust her that much. And then I had a friend to where I just went to her anything. I'll go out with her, and I had those friends that just be the ones that just called me to be like, girl, let's just go out. But they didn't want to talk about, when it comes to business or us getting money or us doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? I just can't.
You think, I also think age played a part in it too. Because I think maybe you didn't care. Maybe, do you think we had more, I think now we probably hold people more accountable to the type of friends, because I think back then, I'm going to speak for myself, when I was younger, I feel like there was a lot of things that I just overlooked and let slide. And just had this routine of, okay, this is maybe, and I think my life was like that by default.
Yes.
Not on purpose. I didn't choose it that way. That's why when I heard this topic, I was like, that wasn't really relayed in words. Like, I saw somebody actually having that conversation, talking about this being the case. Like, people really do this on purpose. I would never purposely pick to have friends for certain things.
Right.
I would never. Now, time frame do play a part. Some people are harder to open up to people when I only been your friend for 2 years. Or if it's a coworker, that's not, I feel like it's not. Now, I have had coworkers that I have turned into long-term friendships. So that has happened, which is very rare, but it can happen. You don't think so?
I think so, but I just feel like you can meet someone at work or out in the street and be friends with them for a month and y'all be close as hell.
Yeah.
And they tell you everything. They trust you because you're just that person for them. They trust you. And you could be friends with somebody for years and you haven't reached that level with.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know, it just depends on that person.
Yes, and it's like, go ahead. I agree with you. I really agree. Like, I think that is the case. And that's why I said like we said, we both agree that I want somebody that I could do everything with.
Right. I feel like as you get older, the friends it's harder, in my opinion, it's harder to find great friends as you get older. When you're younger, it's easy. You know, it's not like you're very likable. You don't care. But you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
You talk, you know what I'm saying? I talk, let's have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just, it's easier as you're younger. Like, I remember being in high school. I had so many friends. Now, it's just like, damn, you know, you think like, is there something wrong with me? Why I don't have as many friends as I had when I was in high school? But things are just different now. We're an adult. We acquire more. It's different. It's just so different.
It is. And I definitely think that comes with age, because I hear a lot of people our age saying the same things. I don't got that many friends no more. Like, and I think we just put a different definition on friendship. I know I do. I definitely feel like I don't got that much time to do much, but I'm that type of person, like I was telling you about. I think bonds are important.
They're very important.
If we don't keep in touch, and mind you, keep in touch don't mean we got to see each other, but you do have to make effort.
Yes.
If you're not making the effort, how did that person feel on the other end?
Yeah.
Because there can't be one person always coming to see you just to keep y'all in touch, because remember, the reason why y'all friends in the first place is because of something that y'all was able to connect with.
Yes.
So if we don't have that anymore, just talking on the phone every blue moon, that's fine. But even on social media, and a lot of people use social media as keeping in touch, and it's not real friendship. If you want your friendship to be a real friendship.
Yes.
How many friendships do you think have got downgraded because of the lack of communication and keeping in touch? Because we have families and businesses and work now, that person that means something to you, you have to make sure you keep that. Even if it's twice a year, we have that 4 a.m. night where we hanging out and we like, girl, I love you.
Yes.
You know, like,
I feel like 2 nights a year is not enough for me. If you're my close friend like that,
I think that's a minimum requirement.
A minimum, but two
Y'all
days out of a year, 365 days, not enough. I'm gonna feel some type of way, because why am I only seeing you twice? It's 365 days in a year. Like, you mean to tell me we can't meet up for brunch at least once a month? I
agree. And when I feel, that's how I feel. Yeah. So that's when I started being the way I am and looking at friendships the way I do.
Yes. Absolutely.
We make an effort to keep in touch, me and you.
Yes.
It's not easy. We have opposite schedules. We have different lives. But guess what? Even if we wasn't doing this podcast together, we still have to check in with each other and keep in touch. And we have come to an understanding of that's what we need to do.
Yes.
That's important.
Yep.
Because we care and we love each other. When you have that, you don't. When I told you, I was like, I need you in my life.
Yes.
We need some person in our life that we have this connection and bond with, as with the same gender, men as well. I feel like if you don't have that, you can have your spouse. We not saying your spouse is not your best friend, but you need one other person at least, other than your parents, because a lot of us, our parents are getting older. We're not gonna have them. We need somebody we can have fun with, other than our partner. And our partner is our number one fun person. They should be, because I know that's mine. So with that, and I know your husband is yours. But when you want to do something alternate, I want my homegirl or my homegirl cousin. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I want to have fun with somebody that we can have fun nights with.
I agree.
So, yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, that's how I feel about that, though, girl.
what was I about to say? Like, even, like, I'm not, well, I went out with my sister, and I haven't went out with her in a very long time, but it felt good to go to, even though I took my son along with me, we went to lunch and sat down, had a real good talk. We were just talking about the things that was going on in our lives and things, or her situation with her friend and things like that. But it was a real good talk. And we was there for about an hour and a half, just sitting there. And it just feel good to catch up. To catch up, we had a little drink. Good. And, you know, I just feel like that should be very important. It's very important. And you should at least do that with your homegirl at least once a month. Once a month out of 30 days. That's not hard. It's not much to ask for out of your friend.
And let's say this, if it's not once a month, once every 2 months. I feel like it should never go past 2 months.
Yes.
That should be a rule.
Yeah.
As friends.
Yeah.
I know I've seen friends, groups that women, I can't speak for men, but that they have a rule. We can't go past 2 months without spending time together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or catching up, having dinner or lunch. I love that. And I will say, I'm going to use this for an example. My spouse's mother, she has a friend group that they were her co-workers, and they have grown over the years to maintain their friendship. Some are retired, some still work, but they still meet up for everybody's birthdays. And here's the thing, you don't have to do it on birthdays. Sometimes you want to do birthdays with your man or your woman, because y'all may do something private. But that's when they choose to have that once of, you know, because they all have different birthdays. Because it's like 4 or 5 of them. So, you know, that's multiple times a year that they're getting together. And I love how she said, I'm meeting up with the girls. Yes. That sounds great to me.
It does.
I'm like, that's beautiful.
Right.
Meeting up with the girls. I mean, you know how I am. I'm in this year, and I'm that one to try to get you know how I always been. We all getting together. Every time we was all in the picture, I got everybody together. I made all the phone calls. I made all this. And I loved having my bitches around. Yes, because I love to use the word bitches because they were my bitches. When we hang out, they are my bitches. And bitches to me is like, bitch, nobody better mess with us. We hang out.
You my girl. You my bitch. I love you.
Yes, I love that. And that's why I was like, I just love that. But when you lose that, and you are the person that loved it the most, it seemed like, it makes you feel a certain type of way.
Yeah, especially when you used to put it together, you know, a lot of the events together and bring y'all together, and then you're not doing it anymore, and it's just, you feel alone.
Yeah, I mean, you feel like, damn, like, nobody can make time because it's hard getting everybody
and then
together.
You see them on social media doing things because they don't have time for me, but you doing everything with everyone else, and I feel away now.
Yep, because if you somebody that can only get away once a year, call me and I could come with that once a year.
Yes.
Call me. If I can't make
I'm
it,
available. Hello.
So if it's that one time a year that you are getting out the house and you be like, girl, I finally got me a babysitter. I'm about to go to such and such birthday party. Do you want to come with me? Because I ain't been able to see you either in a minute. So let's just make this a night. That is what I would do.
Yeah, but they have to pick up the phone to call
you. Yeah, because I don't know what you got if you finally getting out.
Right.
So I'm not going, and let's keep it, man. We all grown. We all got stuff going on. So I'm not about to call you and be like, hey, is it a night that you can get out this year? Like, is it anything coming up that you think you might be able to wait for? No. And you get tired of hearing excuses. Whether it's a man that you're dating or a woman that you cool with, I'm tired of hearing excuses. So, I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. And that's why I say as we get older, we just get to a point where our friends just decrease. It is what it is.
But it shouldn't be like that.
It shouldn't.
It shouldn't be like that.
But you know what also plays a part? Is attitudes. I think attitudes play a part too when it comes to not just making time, but it's like sometimes are you making time because you want to make time, or is it just that we are different now? And now you just like...
Some people grow apart, even as friends.
I was saying that too. So that could play a part in it too. It's not always just about making time. It could just be y'all.
So it's multiple, things that it can be. You just have to know that person and be like, okay, this is what it is.
And have a talk. I think having a talk.
Having a talk about it.
Yeah, without getting into it. Not having conflict.
Yeah, and you have to have that friend that's understanding and willing to talk and not get upset about you telling them how you feel.
Because I'll pause and listen to what you're saying, and I'll be like, all right, well maybe you got a point there. Yeah. But you gotta be that person. You gotta be that person.
I'm that person when it comes to my friend, depending on how it's delivered to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not that person when it comes to my husband. I'm not so quick to say, okay, well maybe
that's a difference.
Yeah, that's something
That's a
different.
different
So
scenario.
I will take accountability for my friendship
Okay.
if she comes to me and tell me how she feels.
Like, girl, you ain't been hanging out no more. What's
Yeah.
going on?
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we're moving right along. The question is, how important is date night for us?
Mm-hmm. Well, I know we were saying that it could be romantic or friendship wise, which we kind of touched bases on the friendship thing and how important it is to keep date night, girls night, whatever.
That.
But in relationships, girl, date night is everything.
It is.
And I think all couples, whether you just started dating or most of the time we start dating, it's the honeymoon phase. So you definitely are getting those good dates in. Usually, that's when everything's going right and you're getting those dates. You don't gotta really complain too much. But I don't know. When I was dating, I did used to be like, it was guys these days, from what I've been hearing, how dating is and how it was when I was last dating, right before I stopped really dating.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, my tolerance too low. Because I'm not about to be saying, date nights, what we doing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to do, or people, I hear people saying, like, hey, guys don't want to take nobody out.
That's true. It's
And I be
true.
like,
Well, it depends on the person. It's
exactly.
true.
So
You want them to initiate.
So in that situation, I feel like that's probably when it's not as good. People still have to complain in the beginning. But other than that, when you in a relationship, date night is very important. I think that type of person, you can just cut them off. Not serious. Not important. Like, because I feel like if I got to ask you, or I'm already complaining before the relationship start, ain't no relationship coming. So I ain't got time for it.
Yeah.
Moving right along, and you're blocked. Even though back then when I was dating, was blocked? I don't think block was even possible. You had to go through a lot to block somebody. Like you did. I don't even think you really had to. You could block somebody back then. I wasn't able to block people.
I don't even remember. I don't remember blocking nobody.
I love how that's just such an easy thing we can do now. Because we can block people.
Right. Yeah, I don't remember that. I just remember calling people private, star 67.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah.
I don't remember blocking nobody.
We couldn't block people back then.
Yeah.
That was a while ago. But still, now we can block people. So you block easy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you said, I feel like date night is important as well. I feel like it strengthens the relationship. You have to have that. So I feel like it relieves stress as well.
Oh, yes.
You know, y'all take the time away from the children, away from everything that y'all have going on, and you just go out and enjoy yourself. Especially if you've been with a person for years, like we have, and you know, you need to make. I feel like date night should be at least once a week with your partner.
Oh, once a week.
Yes, because we was about, me and my husband was just talking about this. And we was gonna make like a jar and put different date night ideas in there so that we can choose from it, because we have to stick to it because we haven't been consistent with anything.
Okay.
So we're gonna put ideas in there and stick to it, and then pull from it, and then whatever we choose that week is what we gonna do. So I just feel like that would be fun. We said we was gonna ask like my mom and for ideas to see, you know, and we would also, so we were gonna do date night for the both of us, just me and him that one night, and then once a month we were gonna do for the whole family, like go out of town, like maybe Chicago isn't far to drive, Ohio isn't far to drive, so we were gonna do things like that. So I just want them to be able to enjoy themselves. I want us to be able to have our us time, because all we do is run around and chase Logan all day, all day, or dealing with the kids, or you know, stuff like that. So I want us to be able to have our us time. So that's what we made an agreement about.
That's important. And one thing I can say is, as soon as you have, I think you might be able to agree to this. Do you think once you have a baby in a relationship, it makes it not more difficult, but it makes it a little bit more challenging to keep that happy space from
for sure
responsibilities? Because I don't care what nobody say, having a baby is all fun during a baby shower, rubbing your belly, he kissing my belly, he doing all this good stuff. But as soon as that baby is here, it's mama's responsibility to sacrifice her free time, her me time, her anything. And dad is an op, and I'm not speaking for all dads, but I'm gonna say 90% for sure. Don't sacrifice their free time. They just go to work or handle their business. But we are either handling our business and still taking care of our child and giving up our free time, because we run in a household.
that's where I see now I'm able to step in on that because I feel like, well, my husband, when he gets off of work, and this is why what I love
I know what you're about to say. I've seen
about him. Okay,
he's that 10% lady.
He jumps right on in, and it's just like Logan to be asleep. Let's just say if he comes home and it's time for Logan to take a nap.
Yes.
He comes right on in. If he be happy to see his dad, he haven't seen him all day.
Mm-hmm.
He'll go to him, but he'll be sleeping. He'll start whining. He'll get him, and he'll rock him straight to sleep. And he'll take a nap while he put him to sleep. Like he's just the best with that. I have nothing to say about that conversation.
But that feels good.
It feels good. It feels good. I'm happy when my husband pulls home and what I'm saying, pulling up and he's coming home from work and Logan runs to the door to see him. He take that weight off my shoulders for sure.
That is the best feeling in the world. And I will say, sometimes that keeps relationships together from the woman's standpoint, because you will be mad as hell about some other stuff. And then when you see that moment, you be like, oh, I'm so glad he's here.
Yes. Yes.
I'm so glad he's here.
I'm telling you.
Your daddy.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, but we are, when we, with the kids by ourselves, when they at work or whatever, when they can't be there, because we still get the bulk.
Yes.
But when they are available, I love the men that jump in.
That jumps right on in.
But when you're not able to jump in, because I'm going to be honest, it seems like the men get the worst schedules. I don't know about working, because I don't know. Maybe that's just because I make sure we have more of a preference. We're like, I can't work that job if it's after. We have like, it's a deal breaker for us. But with them, they can do it.
We sacrifice way more.
Way more.
We sacrifice way more.
Work, jobs, all types of things. It's like, I can't work afternoons, because I remember I worked afternoons when my oldest was young, and I did that up until she was about, I worked from afternoons. Then it was hard for me to get her to school, or I wasn't seeing her. That's when she first started school. So after that first year of preschool, I saw I was just picking my daughter up to drop her off before I went to work from 3 to 11.
Right, and that's hard, right?
I did that for a year, and I had to find another way. So I did.
That was not working out for you.
Yeah. So that's why I was saying men can take those afternoon jobs most of the time if they can do it. Even though I'm the type of person, I'd be like, if they have a job where they can choose, and I remember you told me your husband was able to find a way to switch shifts.
He went from
that
2 to 10 till 9 to 5. So
if there's a way, and that's what I'm talking about, like you have to see, can you help your woman? Is there ways that you could be more support to her? Because I'm gonna be honest, when it's them nights when you trying to get some in, and that makes us happier and want to do more. Like those rubbing back moments. Those when you are that person that carries me in your mind. Throughout your life, when you hear them at your they can have a team meeting at work and be like, we got some new shifts opening up based on seniority. Somebody can start moving to day shift. If we taking votes on, you can. I need you to be that man that say, oh, let me put mine, because I know it'll be easier. Do not be that man that ignore that shit and go right to your damn post and go back to work and go to lunch and act like you ain't hear that. And when you see your wife at home, when you get back at home from work, and she is sitting here on the couch tired as hell. Because she had to do all the day by herself. And don't use work for an excuse, because we work. Most of us have jobs and businesses that we are trying to multitask. So with that being said, if you can help, trust and believe it is much appreciated. You will feel it. Literally.
Absolutely. I agree.
And that's my hope. But we do that naturally. We don't have to be told, I need you to be considerate. That's going to be natural for us. Most of the time, we are like, oh, I know it'll be easier if I get this. I get to spend more time with him. So I'm about to go get that shift, and I'm about to say, we going to do it. So I just need y'all to carry that, And that's what it means who don't think like that. You better start thinking like that, because I don't want to know nothing about you don't get none 3 days a week, 4 days a week, or however many days you want it. You will get it more often. She has more energy. And she's willing to roll over. Because my man that takes care of me, I take care of you. And if you don't know, then you ain't did your job.
You hear that, babe?
You hear that? But if you doing your job, I'm gonna do man. Anyways, like we were saying, date night is so important. And I'm gonna tell you one thing that I didn't say about date night. Date night is so important because guess what? This is when we don't have to. This is when responsibilities needs to be left at home.
Mm-hmm.
When we have a date night, we having fun. We're not talking about bills.
No.
We're not talking about the kids.
No.
We having fun. That's why I got so addicted to vacations.
Yeah.
Those vacations.
Yeah.
Y'all exploring different parts of the world together alone. And it's a different feeling when you exploring different parts of the world with your children. That's a different feeling. Vacations and family vacations are both so, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, it just makes you feel amazing. Like
I haven't took any, so.
Well, when you do,
I don't know. Oh, well, Vegas, but
Vegas,
I'm
girl,
saying you go often.
I haven't, and let me tell you something. I haven't been within the last 6 months.
Ooh, that's so long. I'm just saying.
I told you I was using traveling for a stress reliever because to me, like, life is a lot, especially like I said, I have a toddler. She's about to be 4. I'm still those from birth, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
You still getting back to you.
Yeah.
So that was me trying to get back to me, and going out of town was like, okay, even for both of us, because when we're here, sometimes with him, he was doing working, running his business, and off the clock, he still has stuff to do. So we could say we having a, my mom gets our kids once a week. I mean, once a month.
Once a month, right.
So that's our bay weekend that we have. But guess what? If he's still running because he's getting calls for jobs off of work, then I'm still not getting our, his undevoted. Undivided, absolutely. My apologies. My undivided. So with that being said, we out of town. I'm out of town. So
why was I about to say the same thing?
That damn catchy ass song. But no, girl, I be talking about that damn song. That's why the ones you try not to like be the ones that just make you single.
Yes.
Stop playing that shit.
Yeah. They play it all the time. I hate it so bad.
More power to her. She's getting her bag.
Yeah,
she's coming up. She's coming up, girl. Do you think?
I'm still uninterested.
I just don't like the booty hole brown. I'm just gonna keep that.
I think that's the part. Yeah.
But you know what? She might transition as she start. You know how that go when they start getting bigger and being around more professionalism and growing their brand. Yeah. She gonna keep her foundation. Yeah. Keep you. Like Cardi B kept her, Glorilla keeping her, but you still gonna be like, you about to start talking about other shit. Yeah. Cause your bag getting bigger, and your problems gonna be different.
And you're gonna elevate.
Yeah. So that's what it comes with it. That's why I'm like, why even? I'm not judging. I'm just not here for it today. Maybe the next song or the next group of songs, because I see her progressing. I see some more videos. She already started progressing. I'm seeing the outfit changes. I'm seeing the video quality go up. I'm seeing all that, which is what we all trying to do, right? We all trying to elevate. So you got to start somewhere.
Yes, ma'am.
But as long as my finishing point don't look like my starting point, I did my job.
Yeah.
So with that being said, back to the date night and the vacation.
Right.
But that... Girl, when you got that undivided and y'all both just exploring, because I know I've seen the pictures when y'all went to Vegas for the first time. I still have not been to Vegas because every time I'm able to go and I be like, okay, let's do Vegas. I'm addicted to Miami, first of all. Yeah. I'm addicted to Miami. I've been so hurt because I feel like I haven't been there in so long. He hearing it. Like, he's here. I'm like, why we ain't been? Every time it's either his job or my job. I got something going on. We can't get away. Something we just bought that we like, oh, they gotta wait. You know what I'm saying? It's always something. But you know me, I'm that person like, fuck all that. Click the button. We going. I don't care what you say. It's the date. It's here. I'm the person. If I don't push it, we ain't never gonna nowhere. And he be so happy. He be like, babe, I'm so happy we here. Yeah. And yeah, boo, now pick what we're gonna do. Yeah. It's all on you. Yeah. Right? It's all on you. And we get all them memories and happy moments.
Girl, we need to stop talking about this. I'm getting excited. Really I'm getting really excited about it. Like, okay. I really need to do this.
I just 100% me too. I was just about to push the button yesterday on Miami. Because when I tell you, I be like, I just want to go, but then everything has to line up. Yeah. everything got to line up. Babysitters,
make sure your kids
everything.
straight. Yeah,
Gotta
make
get
sure your time off of work.
Yes, and that's why it's always one thing that stops us from going. Anyways, so hopefully we'll be able to plan that soon. Hopefully we can do a couples thing or a girls trip or something, a co-family trip, something, because we really need to experience that. And once you start experiencing that, you definitely want to experience it with other people.
Yeah,
because it's fun.
I would love to go to Miami with y'all. Like, I think that'd be so dope.
The next time I'm going, I'm telling you right now, I have to go with the top down because I want that to happen. We gotta let our hair blow in the wind. Okay. Anyways, like we were saying, a day night is important, but sometimes you gotta get out of town. But sing it again. But to get away from the distractions. Because you still may have stuff going on, especially if you got businesses and stuff that's here in your hometown, and you like, okay, babe, well, I just gotta go shoot this movie for a couple hours, and you like, well, shit, I'm going to the nail shop, and then we're not together.
Yep.
So, yes, but I mean, you were saying exactly how important it is too, and I know, oh God, I know that was just the bomb. I mean, it was just
to go to Vegas.
Yes, when y'all was just exploring.
I wasn't thinking about nothing or nobody at that time.
That's what happened.
That's
why it was my stress. It was my escape.
And it was.
It's addictive.
It was.
The
hotel was beautiful. The sightseeing, everything we were doing, the dinner, everything. Just being with my husband, just being free. We had so much fun.
Yes.
So much fun.
And y'all just have such a happiness. I have gotten out of town. Got into an argument. That was with an ex, and I was like, when you get out of, I don't know. That's just me. If y'all can't get along out of town on a vacation, that's why
what are y'all together for?
That's why he an ex.
Yes.
Real talk. Cause I'm just like, this ain't what it is.
Yeah, this ain't it.
This ain't it, boo. We ain't growing up together.
Yeah.
Next.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, but when y'all can just, it's just a blessing. And there you have it.
Well, that was that.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
Send your status podcast, please.